Hey guys, welcome back to Breezyville. We're gonna do a Breezy Reviews episode today, and the last Breezy review I did, I talked about episode 1 of Little Fires Everywhere, and I'm so shocked how much views that got so quickly. But if you're new here, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Also, please subscribe. Now, I thought about it, and I'm gonna complete the whole series, and I'm gonna do a review on every episode and let y'all know. Now, warning, there may be some spoilers ahead, but if you're new here, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications, and please subscribe. Let this go to your algorithm, and I definitely say the show is a must watch to see. Now, the scene goes back to May 1983, where there is Mia having sex with some strange guy in her car. Baby Pearl starts to cry, interrupting them. She immediately stops it and sends him on his merry little way, telling him he needs to go. So she then goes to pick up Baby Pearl and gives her attention. The ultimate mom move right there, honestly, in my best opinion. Amazing mom on that. Now, do I think it was appropriate to be having that intercourse in front of a little baby? No. Even the baby's too young to remember it. Still, I do not think that was appropriate. But the fact that she told the guy she needed to go so she can spend some time with her daughter, give her daughter love. Now, after the intro, it goes fast forwards back to 1997, where Alina and Mia are getting the kids ready for school. Mia is painting Pearl's nails while Alina is preparing lunches for the kids. Alina is trying to round up the kids for their annual first day of school photo. Bill is asking Elena if she had a chance to talk to Mia about her references and why nobody has recognized her. And this is also when Mia tells Pearl about her working for Richardson's. So, with that being said, Alina is trying to get a photo and she is trying to get Izzy to smile. And Izzy, of course, is being a teenager. And she invites Pearl into the photo as if she is making her part of the family. Now, at the school, Moody is showing Pearl around, and I really feel like their friendship kind of blossom over the summer, and could be a potential romance starting. And Lexi is with her boyfriend. Izzy is walking with her headphones on and goes to her locker. There, a magazine is hanging out there of when Ellen came out as gay. And this also proves why Izzy gets picked on because she is gay. And everything. But I also read that in the books that she gets picked on because she's different and doesn't necessarily point this out exactly. And everything. But you gotta keep in mind, if you come out today, it's normal. But in the 90s, this was not normal. And this was actually a stigma that a lot of them tried to avoid right here. Um, Now, meanwhile, at the Richardson house, Alina is going over the job description with Mia, and it is here that she keeps putting her off the question about the references, and she agrees to letting her work in the afternoons because that was the best time for her creatively. Now, Pearl is meeting with her counselor too about her taking a math class, and the counselor is discriminating her because of her skin color, assuming she's one of the kids from Cleveland. So, Mia is working on her art project, and it looks like she is smoking a pipe. Now, Alina walks in after knocking multiple times, but Mia has headphones on her head. She hands her the keys and talks to her about her previous landlords. She tells her that the numbers might have gotten mixed up and asked her for ask her for the unmixed up numbers, and she even tells her what she wants for dinner. So, back at the school, in a music class, the teacher has Izzy demonstrate how it is done, with two girls picking on her and everything, and one girl getting obviously hurt by this now. Now, back at Elena's office, previous landlord calls, and it turns out to be a worker at the boss at the restaurant that Mia works at, um, and everything, and she has him go by, like, this little script and everything, like, that's not sus at all, but anyway, um, my saying sus. I'm 28 for crying out loud. I shouldn't be saying that. But it's not suspicious at all. By no means, right? Now, Mia starts to work at Alina's and Bill's, and she is looking around trying to get a hint at who this picture perfect family is. She then goes to Izzy's room, sees her art, and the bond starts to grow more. Izzy walks in, and Mia reassures her that weird. She likes weird as referring to her art. Now she makes Izzy a sandwich, and they start to talk while she starts to prepare dinner, and all the kids walk in, and they go back and they go watch television. Meanwhile, Alina is on the phone with Bill, and she is not satisfied with the phone call of the quote previous landlord unquote. Now he tries to keep her calm, and she keeps not answering the questions about the dry cleaners. Now she's finally like, "That's the last thing on my mind. I'm not even answering that. I'm trying to get some answers here. You can go get the dry cleaners on your own." It's probably what she's thinking. So Bill meets this is where Bill will meet Mia for the first time, and things get a little bit awkward, but he likes that she puts the breadcrumbs in her meatloaf, the Ritz crackers in her meatloaf, whereas Alina puts breadcrumbs. So, Alina is at the police station asking for a background check. She gives the officer a dessert, and he writes Mia's name down. Alina walks in, joins the family dinner, and Lexi talks about her Yale essay now. Keep in mind, this is a privileged white girl. She was right girl, upper middle class. So she was probably gonna get into Yale anyway. So, um, Lexi's talking about her Yale essay. She has to decide on something that a hardship of hers, and she decides on an audition for a musical. And Izzy tells her, "Yeah, this is hard for you." And her Alina goes on a rant about how her and Bill worked so hard for her kids not to have to worry about struggle, and how she didn't like this essay topic, and that the only way and that Yale was basically expecting kids raised by crack mothers to get in, to use this essay topic. So, now as far as dinner goes, Mia and Pearl are sitting at a Chinese restaurant that Mia works at. Mia keeps getting distracted by a baby and tells her daughter to go to ask for a placement test. She goes to check on the waitress, and Mia takes her shift. Because the waitress is crying, and I cannot remember the waitress's name, and everything. A few mornings later or so, Lexi comes in talking on the phone. Trips takes the cereal from Moody, and Pearl walks in. Now, Pearl didn't ask Alina to help, and she takes a step further and helps her to get into a math class. Lexi waits till everyone leaves the room, and she takes a look at the letter, and she has this like strange, like if a thought bubble popped above her head, like I think it was kind of foreshadowing what she was about to do and everything. So now at school, Izzy is in her music class when a group of girls put a photo of Melissa Etheridge in her folder. Now Izzy's in everything, so keep in mind out to it's not really like said that Izzy is gay, but he keeps dropping these hints, giving her like um photos of LGBT few icons and all of that. So, y'all like my skeleton hands, by the way? Thanks. So the teacher basically offends her, and she snaps at the teacher. Like she point blank goes off, points to teachers um whatever you call it when they start doing the music thing. And she tells her co-workers that she was not feeling. So Alina was already at the office because she was handling Pearl, getting Pearl into a math class. And so they go to so Alina's coming out, and Izzy and her teacher is walking over to the office. She tells her and Alina has to take her to work with her and tells her that she's not feeling well, and she's waiting on a fax. So once she finds out that her fax goes to her home fax because their fax machine is broken, she didn't rush it. She then tells Izzy to grab her stuff and they go home. She tells her meanwhile, Mia is at the house when the fax come through, and she starts to freak out. So Alina and Izzy start to arrive home, and she sends Izzy upstairs and goes to the kitchen where Mia has the table set. Alina looks at the fax, places it in the drawer, and after the book club, they start talking about where the book was, where Alina is drowning in her thoughts. Mia comes comes to rescue her to help her prove a point as she thanks her via facial expression. Now Moody drops by. So meanwhile, Moody drops by with food for Pearl because Pearl even says she's tired of eating Chinese food. But Pearl is only eating at the Chinese restaurant to save her mom money because she's totally thinking, this is what I'm getting she's like a less bratty version of Ginny from Ginny in Georgia and everything. So, Mia, Moody starts looking around the studio and he finds Mia's pipe. So they try it and they get high. They ask if she has smoked with her mom, and Mia replies with, "She's cool, but not that cool." Um, and Moody and they smoke her pipe. So after the book club leaves, Alina thanks Mia and Mia tells her the truth and everything about how when most people see a single black mom and everything, and that they went out and all of that and everything. So Alina, she even apologizes to Alina. And so they sit down for a few glasses of wine. And Alina's already drunk, is going to be drunk by the end of this. But Moody and Pearl are high in the meantime, and Pearl and Moody are talking. Moody starts comparing moms, and Pearl tells him that she hides stuff like everybody else. She also tells him how her free spirited life, um, and everything. And he also tells her about his parents have a schedule. Now, honestly, I think you guys are saying that I'm shipping Pearl and Moody right now. I really am. I do hope to see hopefully something for interest in him. I really don't want him to get friends zone. He seems like a good kid and everything. Now, Alina and Mia are drinking alcohol and they talk about women's private area. I'm not saying that word on here because there might be kids listening and I'm not about to do that. So, they start to bond over the parts and that they're afraid to look at. Alina asks Mia if Pearl likes her. Mia responds with she's never thought about it. And you can tell that Alina is going through like the highs and lows of her children, especially with Izzy. Because with her other three children, she is killing it as a mom in her eyes. But Izzy is where she is struggling with motherhood. And everything. And Alina and Mia start to bond with their motherhood experiences. And everything. And Mia starts to get distance when Alina brings up helping Pearl with her math class. And I think that Mia is also jealous of how Pearl is getting attached to Alina and everything. So, in the bathroom. So after Mia leaves and all of that, Alina starts walking down her hall. She goes to her bathroom and she starts checking her private area out while giggling. Mia walks home and asks her daughter about her math class. So, she can tell that Pearl is lying when she tells her she handled this on her own. Now, Pearl turns out to be placed in Trip's math class. I think that's kind of irrelevant, but anyway, and everything. So the episode ends with Mia and the waitress from the Chinese restaurant are on a break. She tries to get her to open up about her daughter. She becomes friends with her and starts to help her get close. Now the episode ends with the lingering question: "What happened to your daughter?" As sort of a cliffhanger that will lead into the next episode. But my overview episode, I do like this episode because it gives a little bit more into like the whole details of what's going on and everything. Now, some things. I feel like I really want to dive more into Lexi and Brian's relationships, like Alina's interaction with them and everything, because I feel like Lexi is a young Alina, but more modern. But because Alina is set in her ways, she's used to a certain way and she knows like she was raised by a certain lifestyle and everything. So, but I also want to like get some insight into Trip and Moody, like, because we hardly see Moody except when he's with Pearl a lot of times. But I would like to get more insight into the children because we're seeing a lot of Izzy time. I've noticed, so I really want to try to get more into that as well. But that's my review for episode 2. I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day and everything, and try and stay cool out there because I know it's hot right now. It's August for crying out loud. And how did I miss Keith Urban doing a pop up concert? Alright, I'll see y'all next time.